Dark Shadows, number 129, BTR 121566, Air 122266, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. Life at Collinwood is serene for me now. Danger has passed. But for one member of the Collins family, it's just beginning.
Well, say something, Roger. Can you hear what I just said?
You're either dead drunk or out of your mind.
Possibly both. But that doesn't alter the fact that your loving wife is in our midst.
It isn't possible.
It's quite possible. I saw her with my own two eyes, and they haven't been failing me yet.
When did you see her?
Tonight. Approximately 30 seconds after I phoned you, before I phoned you.
Where was she?
She was walking through the lobby of the Collinsport Inn. Big as life.
Are you sure it was Laura?
It was Laura. It's one thing I know. I'd bet my last dollar on it. I've got plenty of reason to remember what she looked like.
But I haven't heard from her since Phoenix. What would she be doing back in Collinsport?
I don't know. The one thing I do know is she's the last person in this world that I ever expected to see again. Or hope to see again. This could be the end for both of us. Bob.
You've had enough of that, even for you.
I haven't started. If I'm gonna drown, I'd like to drown in a sea of vodka. Might as well drown happily.
I'm a fool to listen to you.
You're a fool if you're not. You're in bigger trouble than I am. I wasn't driving that car.
Be quiet, you idiot. Someone may overhear you.
Soon it'll be common knowledge. You know, if Laura decides to make it so. I mean, after all, Laura has the deciding hand, or have you forgotten? Thanks.
I'm not so sure that you even saw Laura. You're so blind drunk.
No, not that blind.
If she's in town, why hasn't she tried to get in touch with me?
Possibly she's waiting, biding her time.
For what?
Wouldn't know. Unless...
Unless what?
Someone wants her to torture you a little before she makes her big announcement.
What are you getting at?
Oh, she's staying at the Collinsport Inn. She's registered under her maiden name. You know somebody else who's staying there.
You think Devlin brought her here?
Well, wouldn't it be logical if Devlin tried to get the truth out of her? I mean, he's tried everything else.
He wouldn't know how to get in touch with her. She left no forwarding address at the sanatorium. I saw to that.
You underestimate Burke. If he wanted to find out something, well, he could find out exactly where she was. And if he needed to, and he needs to in this case.
Well, that much is true.
Yeah. She's been asking questions about Burke, about you.
Questions from whom?
Maggie. Yeah, she's been going for the last couple of mornings down at the coffee shop. They're getting quite chummy.
What did she ask your daughter?
General questions about, mostly about the family.
Is that all?
Yeah, I tried to get Maggie to find out more about her, but she said she couldn't. All Laura said was that it would be a shock to her family if she made an appearance.
Shock? That's hardly the word. Why did she have to come back?
Well, I know she felt guilty about the accident. And during all those years that she was married to you, isn't that when she started drinking? Isn't that the reason that she landed up in an institution?
What of it?
Well, Laura may have come back to ease her conscience and to get a little revenge for all those unhappy years and in the process hang me. Unless...
Unless what?
Does she know I saw the accident?
I have already answered that question. I don't know.
Well, surely she must have said something about it one way or another.
She did not.
What do you mean, not in all those years that you were married?
We tried to avoid discussing the accident as little as possible. Neither one of us wanted to bring it up. I don't know what she remembers that night or what was said afterwards.
If she doesn't know that I was involved in that, you wouldn't tell me, would you? No. You'd like to see me squirm, wouldn't you, Roger? You are sadistic.
Never pretended to have any liking for you. But you can take it from me that I am telling you the truth. Laura may know that I paid for my silence. Or she may not.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I have to believe you. I have no choice.
I don't care whether you believe or not. Couldn't make the slightest difference to me.
Where are you going?
Home.
What are you going to do about Laura?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think.
No, you better think. And, just don't spend any time on gentle contemplation. Better decide what you're going to do about Laura and do it fast.
Well, would you like to stay for a nightcap, Joe?
Oh, you think you can stand the company?
I'll bear up.
Well, I don't know. You were pretty quiet on the way back here. I thought it might have had something to do with the company you were keeping.
Well, the company's fine. Would you like some of my Pop's brandy, or would you rather have something else?
Okay, Maggie.
Okay, the brandy?
Okay to the brandy, and okay, I'm not going to ask you any questions.
What questions?
Well, listen, I know something is bothering you, but I've been able to gather that you don't want to talk about it.
It's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's just that I don't think talking will help.
Well, listen, why don't you try it?
It's Pop. Some woman's got him in a flap, and I don't understand why.
A woman? That sounds intriguing. Who is she?
Oh, just some woman who came into the coffee shop one day. You saw her. Do you remember? You said she looked familiar.
So many women stop by that coffee shop. I don't think I can remember a particular one.
Well, I mentioned her name to Pop, and it seemed to strike a bell. He started to ask me questions about her.
Well, do you know anything about it?
No, not very much. We have passed the time of day once or twice, but I know that she lived in Phoenix. And I know that she's originally from Collinsport, and that she has some family here. And I know that she has some connection with Pop.
Well, how do you know that?
Because of the questions that he's been asking. Tonight he even had me pump her to find out who she is and what she's doing in Collinsport.
Oh, well, maybe she's just an old friend. He's naturally curious about her.
No, it's more than that. If she were just a friend, Joe, then Pop wouldn't be so anxious to have me get information out of her. He knows that she's staying at the hotel. He could just go up to her room and ask these questions himself. I think he's afraid of her.
Afraid?
Well, that's the way he acts. Afraid to face her. Afraid that she might harm him in some way.
Harm him?
Oh, I know it sounds strange. It sounds strange to me, too, but whoever she is, she's terribly important to Pop.
Listen, Maggie, what's this woman like?
Pleasant, quiet, and a little odd.
Well, how do you mean odd?
I can't put my finger on it, but there's something just a little offbeat about her.
Maggie, you know what I think?
What?
I think you're blowing up your father's interest in this woman all out of proportion.
Oh, maybe, but Pop acts strangely every time the subject of this woman comes up.
Well, maybe he doesn't want you to know about her.
But why, if he's got nothing to hide?
Well, Maggie, maybe she was once one of his models, and they had something going, and, well, he just didn't want to tell you. He was too embarrassed.
I hope it's something as simple as that.
I bet it is. I bet you're making a big, deep, dark mystery over nothing.
I hope so. I just know that I don't like the way he's behaving. I'm worried about him, Joe. Terribly worried.
Roger?
Oh, what are you doing up?
I'm about to go to bed. Where'd you disappear to?
Went down to the Blue Whale.
Why? I thought you detested it.
I do. Sam Evans called me. He asked me to meet him down there.
Sam Evans?
Well, if it hadn't been Evans, it would have been somebody else.
What did he want?
He had a rather startling announcement to make.
What is it?
You better let me pour you a brandy before I tell you. You might need it.
I don't want a brandy. Please get to the point.
Well, in a minute you'll wish you had one. Evans says that we're going to have a visitor. Someone that neither you nor I ever expected to see again. Laura is back.
Laura? What's she doing in Carnsport?
That, my dear sister, is the jackpot question.
Well, where did Sam see her?
In the lobby of the Collinsport Inn. Apparently she's staying there.
Is he sure it was Laura?
He says he is.
Or maybe he's mistaken.
Well, there's one way of easily finding out. Evans said she was registered in her maiden name. Is there a Laura Murdoch registered there? She is. Oh, no, don't bother ringing her room now. I'll call her in the morning.
Sam was right.
Yes, I had a feeling he would be.
What could she want?
I don't know. There's several possibilities. Money's one of them.
She gets a generous check every month.
Well, maybe she's decided it's not generous enough.
What she gets is ample for her needs.
Or maybe it's not money at all. After she left the sanatorium, she didn't make too many financial demands on the family.
Do you think she wants to see David?
I suppose that's a possibility.
Well, I'd rather she didn't. We don't know how sound she is.
Well, if all she wants is to see him, let him see the boy. What difference would it make?
Roger, you may not love your own son, but I do. Laura was a very sick woman. Seeing her might have a very bad effect on David. I won't allow it.
All right. If she contacts us, tell her so.
Well, why don't you tell her yourself?
Perhaps I will.
Why, you're afraid of Laura, aren't you?
Afraid of my own wife?
Yes, you always have been. I've always sensed it.
Why should I be afraid of Laura?
That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, you're not making any sense, Liz.
You had a chance to talk to her just now. Why didn't you?
Because it was too late. Because,
Because? Why?
well, it might be better for her to contact me first.
Better in what way?
Well, or maybe she doesn't even want to see me.
Well, why did she come back?
I don't know. Stop hammering at me with a million questions. I know as much as you do.
Roger, David is my concern. I don't care whether Laura is his mother. And I won't allow her to upset and disrupt his life.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Let's talk about it in the morning.
All right. But I don't think either one of us are going to get much sleep.
Tell me some more about your boat, Joe.
Maggie, I have a feeling your mind isn't on boats. It's still with your father and his mysterious lady friend.
I'm trying not to think about it, Joe. You're probably right. I'm probably just being silly. Hi, Pop.
Oh, you two still up and about?
Hi, Sam. Well, I guess I better be heading home, huh?
Thanks for the lift, Joe.
Oh, anytime.
Don't you think you've had enough, Pop?
Enough, what's that?
You need some help with him?
No, I can manage. I've had enough practice.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Right. Same time, same place, same coffee.
Good night, Maggie. Take care, Sam.
Yeah.
Good night, Joe. Come on, Pop. Sit down.
For?
We're going to take your shoes off.
Oh, I'm not going to bed. I gotta work.
Work at this hour in your condition?
Yeah, I got an idea for a painting. I gotta get on canvas before it gets on my head.
Pop, you can hardly stand up. let alone-
Stop nagging me. I gotta paint.
Pop, you're not only loaded, you're out of your mind.
Quiet. Thinking. Gotta get it on canvas.
I give up. I'll see you in the morning, if you can see in the morning. Good night.
I see. All right, thank you.
She's not there?
She's gone out.
This early?
The clerk said she left about an hour ago. Well, that's unlike Laura. She used to sleep till noon.
Did she leave word where she could be reached?
Apparently not.
Well, you could have left a message for her to call you.
I'm not in that big a rush to see my dear wife. In fact, I'd prefer not seeing her at all.
I want to see her. I want to know what's on her mind.
I have a feeling you may not have to wait very long. Laura was always very unpredictable. She would arrive at some place unannounced. For all we know, she might be on her way here now.
Pop? Pop! Pop! Pop!
Go away.
Come on, wake up!
Oh, no, just sleep a little while longer.
No, because I have to get to work, and I'm not going to leave you in this condition. And get some coffee in you.
Coffee. Who needs that stuff?
You do.
Oh, good morning. Yeah.
Well, you'd know if you opened your eyes.
Oh, I never want to open them again. Ever again.
You deserve that hangover. You were impossible last night. I'm going to get you some coffee.
Hope I had a good time.
Hey, what's this? I've never seen this before. Is this the painting you started last night?
Was I painting last night?
Well, don't you remember?
No.
You were determined to paint last night. I couldn't talk you out of it. This must be what you started. Doesn't look like your style, though. I've never seen you paint like this before.
Well, let's see it.
There. Now do you remember it?
No,
Looks like a woman standing in fire.
I don't like it.
There's something about this painting that gives me the creeps. Such wild colors. What a subject for a painting, a woman in flames. Pop, I can't imagine what was going on in your head.
How about that coffee?
Okay.
Come on, come all. Enter into the gaiety of the season. Enjoy the festive fun on Bewitched. Tonight in color here on ABC. On behalf of our sponsors, we would like to wish you a very happy holiday season. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.